All right, what's up? Before we get started, if you are watching this on Twitter or YouTube, just know that it's from a live stream on Rumble. So subscribe to me on Rumble, Otis5D, to stay tuned with that. And let's just get into it. So I call this one Blinking in the Sunlight of Profound and Ambitious Achievement, featuring Mark Andreessen and Elon Musk, two of my most favoritist people. This is News from 5D. I'm Otis5D.
News from 5D with Otis5D.
Okay, so very simple. So, at the time of this recording yesterday, the old SpaceX made like one of the most amazing historical achievements of our lifetimes by shooting. What a lot of people don't know is that they're like, well, yeah, but hasn't Tesla had reusable rockets before, where they just like a rocket landed on the ground, and it's like, yeah, but this one was like 30 of those. It was 30 times bigger. This was an enormous thing designed to send people and stuff to Mars, to be the fuel source for ships that will go to Mars. And anyway, we'll talk more about that, but let's talk about the tweet first. So Mark Andreessen's take on this, which is so beautiful, is that we are emerging from a long period of collective forced demoralization, blinking in the sunlight of profound and ambitious achievement. Amen, bro. Amen. I got to read that again. We are emerging from a long period of collective forced demoralization, blinking in the sunlight of profound and ambitious achievement. Whew. I feel like the nothing ever happens bros are BTFO'd for quite a while, because this is just such an intense white pill. Meaning, like, let's just say the worst case scenario happens and like Kamala Harris is elected dictator of the United States, and they go after Elon with the same lawfare that they went after Trump for, and they like ban free speech on the internet, and like everything becomes a kind of hell temporarily. I think nevertheless, we saw that rocket. We saw what humanity is now capable of. In 1 week, Elon demoed self-driving taxis, humanoid robots, and reusable rocket boosters that can cause humanity, or at least can accelerate humanity to becoming a multiplanetary species. All very inspiring stuff. It's so funny. I have this thing in my head. People are going to think I'm insane. It's okay. But there are a few of my favorite people on the timeline on Twitter are more or less flat earthers. I don't follow them for that content. I follow them for other stuff that I think they're very smart about. And I just feel like I imagine them seeing this video and they're like, this guy is such a globetard. Anyway, the cross I bear, balancing between all of these people with all of these beliefs. Really weird thing about being a content creator these days, where you have like an audience that you care about, where you realize that so much of your audience is like not only diametrically opposed to you, but they're like diametrically opposed to each other. And so because there's a much wider, much larger percentage of my audience, it's like, you follow people that believe in flat earth. Like, I thought you were smart, Otis5D. Like, you're an idiot. And it's like, no, I swear, like, they're very smart people. And they're like, okay. Anyway, so yeah, I think even in the worst case scenario, we can't unsee what we've seen now. And I don't think that the forced demoralization that we have been under, and I think it's possible we will go back under, I don't think it can last much anymore. That's my gut feeling, is that we're now accelerating too hard. We now have a lot of people who have visions of a world that can rapidly begin forming all around us, which is, you know, these are the videos. I made all these videos last week about like an obituary for the past. And I mean, the Tesla thing the SpaceX thing hadn't even happened yet at that point. It just feels very clear to me that we are leaving the age, the epoch that we all grew up in, and we're going into what I like to call the alien age. You could call it the space age. I prefer the alien age, where it's alien, not necessarily in the sense of extraterrestrials, but alien in the sense of just completely foreign to everything we thought we knew. And I felt with this SpaceX rocket catch that this is like the most profound thing that has happened since the iPhone launch, something like that. This really impacted me very deeply to see that humanity is now capable of just really, really kind of unfathomable achievements. And so from this point forward, it's sort of like nothing shocking. Shout out to Jane's Addiction, where if NVIDIA builds like a fields of nuclear reactors and they have this, you know, $10 trillion data center of GPUs that powers a planetary scale AGI, my personal feeling is like, yeah, that makes sense. That seems like about where humanity is at right now. Whereas maybe even just a few months ago, that felt like a lot of wishful thinking. But to catch a 30-story skyscraper that's falling out of the sky and have it not get destroyed, it's like, oh, we can do a lot. It's one of these 4-minute mile things where now that it's been done, it's like, oh, we need to start dreaming a lot bigger. And why the F is Elon the only one dreaming at this scale? And so I just have this feeling that we're about to enter an era, not necessarily of lots of Elons, but of people dreaming really big and people increasingly a minimum viable number of influential people taking those people seriously. And so, yeah, blinking in the sunlight of profound and ambitious achievement. You know, the sun is out and the future is bright, and we can really create, I don't even know what to say, like a marvel, you know, meaning when you see these AI generated cities of flying cars and solar punk buildings and landscapes and neighborhoods, it all just feels very possible now. It's like, yeah, I think we can do that. Terraforming. People I was with were talking about that Dubai has a plan to be the greenest city in the world by 2035 via, you know, cloud seeding and terraforming. And suddenly I'm just not that skeptical anymore. And it's really just because my feeling is like, oh, humans can actually like do a lot. And that to me, that sums it up. You know, I feel like this video was a little bit repetitive, but nevertheless, I like it. And this blinking in the sunlight of profound and ambitious achievement. It's like this remembering, like, oh, wow, humans aren't these like shitty little stupid things that somehow we were collectively demoralized into more or less all believing. It's like, no, we're capable of God knows what, and I do not use the Lord's name in vain. So, big white pill, enormous, giant white pill. I feel like that one single white pill can last us through a lot of potential upcoming black pills. And just this reminder that, hey, I know it's dark now, maybe in the future, projecting into a possible future, but don't forget, this could just be a blip on the radar. This is like the final lashings of this horrific beast that is dying off as we, sail into the light. So anyway, if you like this video, subscribe to me on Rumble, share, etc. And the biggest thing you can do is to give me timestamps of shorts that you like so I can upload it to short form video. So you know what to do. Thanks for watching. Go fuck yourself. Peace.
Otis5D.xyz.
Go fuck yourself.